Good evening from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group for the 23rd of December. We're coming up on Christmas Eve. All right. Hello, Michael, and hello, James. Michael is the first in the room today. I don't know that I'm going to make this a long one today. And we just recently I got to find out about the Pennsylvania uh, hijacking of the car last night. Uh, the representative was unhurt in Pennsylvania, or I mean unharmed. Excuse me. And I had heard differently earlier, but you know how the media is. They jump on a story and sometimes they're ahead of themselves. Grace had said something about they found her in a basement. They did no such thing. She was left in a shopping parking lot, shopping center parking lot. So, hello, John S. from West Virginia, my blue dot brother up there. All right, let's start out with more voter suppression in Georgia. The Georgia Assembly, General Assembly passed legislation earlier this year disbanding the Lincoln County Board of Elections. That wasn't enough for them, so they announced eliminating 6 of 7 polling places in Lincoln County. Lincoln County in Georgia is a rural county. There is no public transportation. This was under the guise of making voting easier and more accessible, uh, and not having to transport staff and voting machines to 6 other polling places. And now some voters will have to travel 23 miles to the polling place to vote, according to Denise Freeman, an activist and a former Lincoln County School Board member. Also, Lincoln, or I already mentioned that. They have no public transportation. So, how is that more convenient? This is not about convenience, Freeman said. This is about control. Exactly. They control who votes. Can't have them poor people coming in and voting, and those that can't get there because they don't have transportation. Too bad. Rachel last night had a follow up to the Ruby Freeman story last night. Keep in mind, this was January 4th, 2021, and Freeman was threatened with going to jail if she didn't confess committing voter fraud. It turns out in the original report, they were saying it was a Harrison Ford, not the actor, but it turns out it was Harrison Floyd. Hand sanitizer again. It makes it hard to separate pages. Harrison Floyd, who is executive director of Black Voices for Trump. Floyd was paid employee for the Trump campaign. Mr. Floyd is no longer with the Trump campaign. He said he never pressured Ruby Freeman, but referred them to, I believe her name is Cootie or Cuddy. That's the one that met Freeman at the jail at the time. And the other, if you remember the video, and I do, and Rachel showed it again last night, the man on the right was, let's see, Garrison Douglas, who was a Georgia leader in Black Voices for Trump during the campaign. and now works as a Republican Party spokesperson in Georgia. 48 hours that was referred to Ms. Freeman was January 6th. As Trump supporters attacked our nation's capital, Ruby Freeman's house was surrounded uh, by shouting threats through a bullhorn. According to what Rachel said, Freeman took the advice of the FBI and had moved by that time to be safe. This is an example of the corruption we are still dealing with. It was Cuddy that had told Freeman she had 48 hours to confess voter fraud or be jailed for doing her job as an election worker. You can't make this shit up. First, both Donnie and Giuliani calling out Ruby Freeman as election fraud in that election and had it on his Georgia rallies that's what her and her daughter officially worked with the election board, and her mother was brought in. It was a temporary job for Ruby Freeman, and both Giuliani and Donnie, I almost forgot him. Oh, that makes my blood pressure feel better. Ruby, well, I forgot exactly what both Trump when he was on that phone call with Secretary of State, was calling her out by name, and that she was the voter fraud in the whole Georgia election. She had done that by herself by doing her job. This is corruption that is fueling Republicans in Wisconsin, talking about locking up mayors in Wisconsin cities. And that is led by, if you remember the name, Michael Gableman. If you watch Rachel or watch my show, you know who Gableman is. Republicans used to run on conservative issues. Now they run on only voter fraud in 2020. They can't prove it, so now they will rig elections so they decide elections in their favor. Still, ladies and gentlemen, I find it hard to believe that all Republicans want to throw democracy away for autocracy, setting up for an authoritarian leader, not necessarily King Ding Dong, but anybody that is for autocracy or a Putin like leader for their party. And I'm speaking out to people that are the good Republicans. You need to stand up and speak out on this. I know you couldn't all be for suppressing everybody's vote, because if you are a poor Republican, it's going to affect you too. Damn it. The select committee, after Representative Scott Perry refused to appear before the committee, will be using other tools. They are now seeking to talk to Representative Jimmy Jordan, wouldn't you know it, about his conversations with the White House on January 6th. And you want to make a bet he's not going to show up for the committee? Just look at the way he stuttered every time he was questioned about whether he talked before or after the insurrection with the White House. He still has a problem with answering questions about that. All these House members know that they are in some deep shit now. Only the smartasses are still out there running their mouths, like, laser beam lady Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, and other loudmouths supporting the former's big lie. Uh, and they must be questioned about their and their staff's contact with the White House before, during, and after January 6th. And that brings us around to COVID-19 Omicron variant is in all 50 states. It is thought to be less severe, but with the unvaccinated, it could hospitalize those people, putting further strain on the hospital systems. So, once again, if you're unvaccinated, get vaccinated. If you're vaccinated, get the booster. As we are learning, even with the vaccinated, there are breakthrough cases like Representative James Clyburn being the latest in the House. FDA has approved Pfizer's antiviral pill for emergency use. And according to scientists, it's better to be vaccinated and boosted than to come down with COVID. Let's see. And just a little bit more on Representative Jim Clyburn of South Carolina, Democrat. Uh, has tested positive for COVID and he is asymptomatic. He had been vaccinated and gotten the booster. He emphasized getting vaccinated and the booster is the best thing that people can do. Most of all of us, older folks, have underlying health problems. This is even more reason to encourage vaccination and boosters, ladies and gentlemen. And that's about all I've got, other than Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Uh, Grace and I are going to kick back this evening, kind of enjoy things around here. And of course, I won't be doing a Friday Facebook show. Christmas Eve, we're supposed to be over there at 5 o'clock. I do my Facebook show at 6 p.m. on Fridays. So uh, that's why it's more important. Oh, and I want to thank Jane Simmons and it's Blue Dot's sister also from I've seen her mostly out there on Randy's Corner, the newest of the groups. And she and James helped me out today by making sure and getting this shared out there. Uh, and I thank you all. Got a pretty good crowd in the room. And hello, Brenda. It's good to see you out there again. All right. And I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season. And of course, we're going to stay on it. Even though I won't be appearing, you know me, I'm going to keep up with what's going on. Uh, Everything I can find. Hello, Brother Brian, Louisiana. Glad to see you out there, brother. Whoa. Sounds like some good food going to be grilling out there. Oh, you folks are making me hungry. We're going to have our pork roast from yesterday. We're going to be rewarming that, add a little barbecue sauce, have it on buns, twice baked potatoes. So I'm going to be busy with that. Grace about to get all that stuff started. And once again, I will be here. I appreciate all the support, like the support I got from James today, uh, and the Blue Dot sister, who also has been subscribed to this channel for 8 months, uh, for helping get the notice out. Now I need help with getting this show out there. I'll be, like I always do, YouTube is the hardest to check out because unless you tell me you have shared it, I can't tell that. But if I share it somewhere that's already been shared, what I'll do is go out there and check if there's already one there. I either don't post or I delete it. I find that it's more effective when Blue Dot brothers and sisters share this out there, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. It seems like it gets more response, and that's what we're looking to do is bring more attention because this movement and our voices are going to make a difference in 22 and 24 and even beyond if need be. All right. I'll let you go with peace, resist, persist, and I insist that we turn Manchin around. The filibuster has to change. Voting rights is the most important issue we are facing in our life. And hello, Mark Moody. I don't know what VUM.ONG is, but I hope it's not something for advertisement because I don't put up with that here. Uh, this is for what I am doing as a voice for the Blue Dot family. And I'm sorry if that happens to be something you want people to look at. You're going to have to find somebody else's time to do it on. This is my channel, and I will do what I want with it. And others are not welcome to advertise their causes or their products on my show. All right, that's about it. Go down, like, and share. If you're new out here and you're not got in mind to advertise on my program, then you are certainly welcome. If you like what you hear and what you're seeing from this channel, please subscribe. With that, I will leave you with share this shit. Have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you next Monday on Facebook. Have a good one. Bye bye for now. Share this shit, please.